A day in the life of a cyclist. What will you go through if you are cycling in Meghalaya? What will shock you and what will amaze you? It is the story of a typical day in the life of a cyclist exploring Meghalaya, showcasing the beauty and challenges of traveling in Meghalaya's stunning landscape. This video will give you a glimpse into the everyday experience of adventure, unexpected encounters, and cultural immersion in the unique region of India. So let's start. The day begins. Dawn over the Meghalaya. You know, there is a place in Meghalaya which is known as Nongrong, Nongjrong, and that place is famous for sunrises. But while my exploration in Meghalaya, I found that the sunrises are beautiful everywhere. And to enjoy the most beautiful sunrises, you have to spare some time. You have to get up before the sunrise, or if possible, climb to the top of nearby hill so that you don't miss it. You know, when the first light of dawn spills over the rolling green hills of Meghalaya, that paints the landscape in the golden hues, and when that mist clings over the valley, making this place feels like an untouched paradise. The rhythmic chirping of birds, the distant sound of flowing river, this all creates a melody of nature. This all welcomes the cyclist to the brand new day of adventure. When you ride here in Meghalaya, you meet different locals, and despite of their limited ability to communicate in Hindi and English, which is of course a language barrier, they would love to share their folktales, the legends. You know, the story of Susangma, the Battle of Salja, the Golden Bridge legend of Lum Sofet Bening. Those all the stories which I came to know from the locals only. But let me warn you, they will not initiate the conversation themselves. It's you who has to go and talk to them. Also, don't mind if they call you Mama while addressing you.
अरे मामा कहाँ से आ रहे?
मामा मामा मतलब भाई.
It's very common and a respectful way of calling to the strangers. When you will be navigating through this terrain, the road condition in Meghalaya are best. 90% roads are wide enough to enjoy the ride with very less traffic. I must say that for the cyclist, Meghalaya is heaven. The winding mountain roads of Meghalaya test the cyclist endurance. The steep inclines, they demand strength, while the narrow path, they require careful navigation. But the reward, that is unparalleled. What you will find at the end, the breathtaking scenery of towering cliffs, dense forest, and cascading waterfalls, which make every sight to behold. While cycling, the famous tourist spots are there, which includes little bit of off-roading. You need to stay open for that. For navigation and finding the direction, you can definitely use the Google Maps. Mobile network is not an issue. You will find the mobile network at almost all the places. When I was cycling in Meghalaya, I found that the local people, they don't make their residential properties roadside. They live little far from the main road, but their shops, the stalls, they all are present roadside. Locals versus outsiders. I found locals from Meghalaya are very kind. They are not very proactive when it comes to approach to the strangers, because they will never approach you themselves. But if you go and ask for help, they will help you what may come. When I was cycling in Meghalaya, I had many encounters. Like one of the night, it was dark and I was searching for a petrol pump which was very far from that place. I saw two locals standing roadside and I asked for the help from them, and that night they made me stay with the construction workers in their cabin. I found that Meghalayans, they are very shy, but not from you, they are shy from the cameras. So whenever you will switch on the camera, either they will run away or they will cover their faces. They are so kind that you won't believe if I tell you how many invitations I have received to come and stay with them in their homes. Hope I will be able to experience it soon. And also let me tell you a hidden secret of Meghalaya. So there is a tussle which is going on between the outsiders and the locals. So technically here in Meghalaya, outsiders are not allowed. So if you are an outsider, you cannot come and work here and you cannot settle here. What they speak. So being an outsider, for you, language is going to be a big challenge. And maybe I faced it more because I entered to Meghalaya from Fulbadi, that is the part of West Garo Hills. I had to face the language problem more because I I took a route via Tura, William Nagar, Kinshi, which is not a very touristic route. And let me tell you, the language problem here will not be like Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, if you have seen my video, it was the worst. Imagine you mix language constraint with the rude behavior of locals. So Tamil Nadu was a hell for me. When it comes to communicate with the Tamilian, and I'm talking about the span which is between Kanyakumari and Rameshwaram, that was the most difficult time. And not only for me, for every tourist traveling in Tamil Nadu. But here in Meghalaya, if you compare it with that, it is going to be very easy because people here, they are not rude, they are very kind and nice. But this language problem can be responsible for keeping you hungry or surviving on biscuits. So I suggest when you come here, learn few words of Garo or Khasi language. I suggest you to learn from the locals and they would love doing it. You can ask how to ask for food and how to greet people and few more words like this. Finding food. Those who don't eat meat, so Meghalaya can test you to the core. Pork, chicken, fish, these are widely available on all these stalls. But finding a veg meal here in Meghalaya could be tricky. In veg food, you can have fried puri, sticky rice, dal, sabji, paratha, but on very rare stalls. The price will be between 50 rupee for a plate of roti and sabji. One plate of sticky rice is 20 rupee. One plate of puri having two pieces is again 20 rupee. Tea will be 10 rupee. So food is not very costly, especially the veg food items. I faced this challenge a lot because I'm advised to stay away from fried food and any non-veg item. And there was a second reason also, because I'm surviving on a limited budget of 100 rupee per day. Finding me the food here in Meghalaya was very difficult. But if you don't have any of these constraints like budget and you also can eat meat, then maybe you will not face this problem. Kappa is a very famous dish, so I suggest you to, whenever you come to Meghalaya, try that. Finding shelter. So when you travel to Meghalaya, finding the petrol pumps is not easy. Usually you will find them at a very far distant places, and also they are not open 24 hours. So if you are a cyclist having a low budget like me and you want to pitch your tent at a petrol pump and sleep there, so you will find it very difficult. So for such situations or such scenarios, locals will always be there to help you. But only one condition, you simply have to go and ask. Other than these two options, being a cyclist in Meghalaya, you won't find anything else. At few places in the big cities, you may find some hotels or some homestays, but the possibility will be very less. Yeah, one more thing. Almost all the petrol pumps are run by the staff from outside, majorly from the Rajasthan. So when you come and stay at a petrol pump with them, other than the good company, you will get great food also. Try that. Safety concerns. Everybody, including the locals and outsiders, they want me to not to ride cycle in the dark, especially after 5:30 or 6 p.m. Even in one of the comment, one of my subscribers, she told herself that they don't go out after 9 p.m. So staying outside in the jungle, on the road, in the dark might be very harmful. So it is always advisable while cycling in Meghalaya, you should settle down somewhere before the sunset. But if you think what is the danger, what are the security concerns, you will not find the clarity. But the most possible reasons are: one, the drug addicts and drunken people on the road, they could be a threat for your safety. And the second one is the wild animals, but majorly it will be from the drunken people and the drug addicts. Culture, tradition and their love for nature. So Meghalayans are very close to Mother Nature. Their all the traditions, culture is embedded around the respecting and protecting the natural resources. As per the legend of Lump Sofit Bining, Meghalayans are from heaven. I suggest you to search online about this story of Golden Bridge, or you can watch my video available on this channel having a title Legend of Golden Bridge. This will help you to understand why they are so much concerned about protecting the culture and nature. But from my journey, I have understood that their love and their respect for their culture and nature is deeply rooted, and no greed or attraction can take it from them. They would prefer to stay poor, live in the huts, but they will not leave their Mother Nature unattended. So when you are cycling in Meghalaya, please respect them and follow the rules. When I look back, I'm not at all surprised that they have legendary route bridges, cleanest river, cleanest village of Asia, and the wettest place on earth. They completely deserve to have it all. A moment of reflection. While cycling here in Meghalaya, every night when you will end your cycling journey, go to bed, what will you think of? You will recall the memorable encounters with the locals on your journey. For me, the most memorable encounters were first that encounter with the drunken people there in Garo Hill, two meeting with Baba, though the pronunciation is BAH, which means the brother, who is living in a small hut in the forest, surviving by selling the wooden made coal and homemade wine. 3. Alan Mara, if I am able to pronounce the name correctly. He is the one who helped me to find my memory cards, which I forgot at a place when I was having the breakfast. And he took me into his car for 8 kilometers and helped me to find them. I also cannot forget thinking about the staff at the Kinsey petrol pump. And yes, how can we forget Rebecca and her family? To know about all the encounters with the locals, I suggest you to go and see those videos. The day end, a farewell to Meghalaya. So your day will end in Meghalaya when the sunset will happen. Ideally, it's supposed to be like that. So you will find yourself at a place soaking into the most beautiful sunset colors. I recommend always spare some time, have a break, and let yourself loose into the time of sunset. That will give you a hope that another day will come. So whenever I used to sit having a view of the sunset, taking a break while cycling, it used to give me a hope that another day will come and bring you back on the bicycle to travel more, to see more, and to learn more. That's all for now. Hope you have loved to see a typical day in the life of a cyclist here in Meghalaya. We will meet into the next video with the story of a new day. That's all for now. Take care of yourself. Bye bye with lots of love.